live. If you're scrolling by and stop in for some 545 live beside the 45. This is my 1943 WLC 45-inch flathead. I bought it bare frame and baskets and boxes of parts. So if you're scrolling by and stop in, say hi, drop a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. This is my 1943 45-inch flathead. So welcome on into the live and come and share some motorcycle conversation. 1943 45-inch flathead, 3-speed transmission, kickstart only. Awesome, cool little motorcycle. If you're familiar with them or not, the wartime bike. They built the Harley Davidson built the American military. They called them a WLC, and then they also built them for the WLA. Sorry about that. WLA for the American military and a WLC for the Canadian military. So, yeah, awesome, fun little motorcycle. If you're click into the live here, drop a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. Welcome into this evening's live by the 45. Welcome in, and yeah, drop a comment where you're from, kind of motorcycle you ride. I built this one from a basket case of parts and my awesome little flathead chopper. So welcome in and come and join us for some awesome motorcycle conversation for the evening. Welcome into some live by the 45, my friends. I love it. I hope you all share the same passion for your motorcycle like I do mine. Pretty quiet evening tonight. And or if you just dropped in to the live, drop a comment, say hello. Oh, there we go. Magic Man, nice ride. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't ride anymore. I wish I could. Oh man, sorry to hear that, my friend. You recognize this one? 1943 45-inch flathead, and coming from beautiful Knoxville, Tennessee. Awesome, my friend. Oh, here we go. South Osmodo, off the south coast of Australia. Oh my gosh, I was on his channel there, watched a couple of his videos today. He's out for a beach ride and some beautiful sunshiny, awesome, beautiful looking day. Looks awesome, my friend. Emmy Cook, Emmy Cook 67. Can I get a shout out? Of course you can. Welcome into the evening live by the 45. And yeah, drop a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. Emmy Cook 67. And America's Most Wanted. Welcome back, my friend. Come back and join us for some live by the 45 at 45. Well, it's probably, oh yeah, we're past 5:45 now, but welcome in, my friend. How was your day? I would like to see some metal flake on that bike. Oh, I don't. There was a thing about doing that. I don't want to. I don't might bugger up the name tag and the badge on the side of the tank if I do that. It's got some pretty classic, one of a kind paint on it already, my friend. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely. America's Most Wanted. So I did this when I built this. Oh, she's got some Mother Nature's paint on her. Other than the Springer front end, it was painted when I bought it off the shelf. But other than that, she's kind of just barren raw. Mother Nature looking after the paint. South Oz Moto. Yeah, absolutely, my friend. I seen your video of your new Bonnie there. What are you building a chopper out of the Triumph there or what? And anybody of you just checked into the live here, welcome in and drop a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. America's Most Wanted, whatever the heart desires. Yes, absolutely, my friend. That's the best thing about two wheels and freedom in the wind, right? Our love and passion for riding our motorcycles are what it's all about. So, yeah, I love it, my friends. Some 1943 Flathead built from a basket case of parts. And yeah, custom built one of a kind handlebars. Fun stuff when you can can build them into one of a kind. So yeah, some evening live by the 45. Welcome on, you guys. Tell me some motorcycle stories. I love this little Flathead. It's such an awesome, cool little motorcycle. And to go on a road trip across country from Saskatchewan to California. When I Googled it, it was, I forget. I think it was just over 1,900 miles one way. So, pretty awesome road trip to take off and go across country on an 80 plus year old motorcycle. I love it. South Osmodo. Yes, mate, the bunny is going to be my ride around Australia chopper. Bedroll on the sissy bar and a few tools in the saddlebag. Perfect. What year motorcycle is that? South Osmodo. A new, brand new in the fleet. And planning on, once you get her built, to do some cross the country road trip miles with her. Anybody that's in on the live here, drop a comment. Drop a comment in here beside the old rocker foot clutch. Anybody not familiar with the rocker foot clutch? A heel toe function. Heel toe function clutch. And then tank shift. Old school awesome motorcycles. 2012, a far cry from your 45. Oh yeah, but it's probably old ones like this. Are there many of them over there? I know I got a friend that I met on Facebook. I haven't met him in person, but we've conversed quite a bit. He's got an old 45, lives down there in Australia. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, sweet looking little motorcycle too that he's got. So yeah, anybody, if you are just dropping in on the live here, drop a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride, and come and share some live time with folks around the globe. Tonight we got South Oz Moto from the south coast of Australia and telling us some motorcycle stories too. So are you yeah, South Oz Moto, are you planning on some cross country road trip miles with your chopper once you get her built? I'm sure that would be an awesome fun trip to make a road trip the around the loop of Australia. Be a good trip, I think. So yeah, if I see a couple new faces dropped in on the live here, drop a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. We're just having some, well, it was 5:45 live beside the 45, but the clock's a little past that now. I guess depending on where you're at, but yeah, drop a comment and tell me some motorcycle stories. Faison Weston, welcome in, my friends, to some motorcycle live beside the 45. Welcome into my live there, my friends, and we're out doing some live by the 45 of my little chopper. It's some good old garage motorcycle conversation. So, where are you from, and what kind of motorcycle do you ride? I'm not sure if any of y'all been on my channel. They seen some of the videos of this one. Um, I bought and built her out of, or built her from a bare frame and a basket case of parts. So she was kind of a little bit of custom build with the handlebars, and as well as the custom sissy bar back there, adjustable sissy bar, that is. Oh, oh, there we go. Sorry about that. If I lost you there for a minute, I fat fingered something on the phone here. uh, Bubble Hunt 420 MFR Kentucky. Welcome in, Kentucky. We're just out in the garage beside the old 45 for some live time. Welcome in, my friend. Brad Pitbull, '06 Suzuki DRZ 400 Supermoto Dual Sport and Electro and Company ETM RTR electric pit bike that tops at pit bike that tops at 58 miles per hour. Ha! Mine tops out at 55 miles an hour. It'll go a little faster than that, but it feels like you're wringing its neck to get it going 60 mile an hour. She's vibrating pretty hard, so she's pretty happy running around that 55 mile an hour. So that's where I tend to keep her at. She's a precious old gem, so I don't beat on her too hard. Uh, Bub Hunt, a 2012 Ultra Classic and a 99 Heritage. Nice. Last year of the Evo and a 2012 Ultra Classic. The big comfy couch ride. Awesome. Talus Hog Shop. Hey, bud. Talus Hog Shop here. Welcome in, my friend. Where you at? Where's Tal's Hog Shop? Where's that? Are you a custom motorcycle shop? It's uh it's always awesome meeting and knowing where custom motorcycle shops are. So if that's what you are, as a custom motorcycle shop, uh let me know and we'll give you a shout out so that when we're on the way by and we need a tire or we need help, another connection down the road. South Oz in a month or so, a friend are flying to Perth across the other side of the country and riding two Indians home. Should take about 7 days. Cool. How far is it from east coast to the west coast of Australia? How many kilometers is it across the continent? Uh, oh, that's awesome, Bub. Been raised around old knuckles, pans, and shovels. Cool. So you got a little of experience with them too. Then how about these ones? You got some experience with the old 1943 WLC Flathead. I found and built this one out of a basket case. It was a bare frame and boxes and baskets of parts. So it's pretty awesome. Fun little motorcycle to ride. I love it. Bed Brad Pit Bull. That's awesome. Thank you kindly, my friend. Tell's Hog Shop, Joshua, Texas. Cool. And so are you a custom motorcycle shop too? Tell's Hog Shop. It's always good to know where the local aftermarket shops are, because there's lots of guys that won't don't want to work on anything older than, well, some of them don't want to work on anything older than last year's model. But it's always awesome knowing where there's a little local shop somewhere for guys traveling by and needs a hand. So you grew up around the old knuckles and pans and shovels. Are you riding one too? Life is a little easier when you have connections, that's for sure. Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely, especially when you get in a bind somewhere and you're out in, well, it doesn't matter what part of the country you're in, but yes, mate. Yes, mate, from South Osmodo. Yes, mate, from west to east, about 3,500 kilometers. Nice. Nice. That must be an awesome ride. And then, so is that on the interstate that, or the on the main highway straight across the country? That's the short route. How many kilometers is it if you follow along the coast? imagine that'd be a beautiful, awesome ride. All the little coastal villages and whatnot. A guy can stop and have some fish and chips and maybe a cold pint or two. No one in family has ever had flats. Yeah. They're it's it's not that not they're big horsepower or fast or anything, but sure is awesome, cool little motorcycle. And the one thing that I never ever forget about it is these old motorcycles. They helped us to live in freedom every day of our lives. So hats off to those old fellas. I think everybody understands what I mean. So, uh, user SH5DY, welcome in, my friend. It's always awesome to see you in here, Eric. Thanks for dropping by for some. Well, I started out, we were a 5:45 live by the 45, but it's a little past the clock now. But it's always good to see you stop in for some live time, Eric. It's awesome. Always awesome to see everybody stop in and share some motorcycle passion and stories of motorcycles. I love it. Uh, Tells Hog Shop, old school choppers and Cherokees chapter AMCA. Oh, cool. That's awesome, my friend. And it's always good to know. I got I don't, whatever, if you've been on my channel or not, and I've got an old, I've got a 53 panhead chopper that I started out the same as this one. This is a bare chopped frame, bare chopped frame from back in, it's an original wishbone frame, but the neck was cut on it back before my time. So yeah, it's a 53, but whatever year it was, the 60s or 70s, the neck was cut, and the guy that I bought it from, he had tore it apart. Whatever. Well, the when I bought the basket case of parts, the license plate was in the box of stuff, and if I remember right, 1982 was the last year it had a registration on it, and then it sat from 82, and I bought it in '01. So yeah, it's a pretty cool old panhead chopper that I kind of, that's the first one that I did. I kind of did my own handlebar creation on, and well, they're so awesome, comfortable to ride with that I've done a couple more of them too. That my '82 Shovelhead, it's got straight up handlebars, and I thought, well, they're going to be straight up on my old 45 too, my 1943 45. So they're pretty awesome, comfortable. And if you think about it, when your arm hanging down by your side, pick your hand up, and there they are. There's no grab hold of the handlebars. There's no rotating and twisting your arm and wrist to hang on them. They're right there. So yeah, they work out. They're pretty awesome. I love them. Uh, Bub Hunt, no sir, not riding either. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Yeah, that's how I uh, that's how I got started doing these lives. We've talked a few times in the past. So I saw your first video. I seen you was broke down and the snow had fire belt. Yeah, that was uh, that was quite the adventure. I, it was down in Texas at the Born Free Show in October, and well, when you live in Canada and you're halfway across the country in mid-October, there's uh there's a pretty good chance the snow's going to beat you on the way home, and that trip it did. And the year before that, I was down in Texas at the firstborn free show on my 53 Panhead. And after the show, I packed up and I hightailed her north, heading for home. And I made it home, and I think it was the next day. There was 2 feet of snow. So, yeah, talk about pushing the motorcycle season to the end. I can do it, and have done it. And yeah, so that I when I got caught in that snowstorm, I run into the snowstorm in Harvey, North Dakota, and it got uh, it got pretty nasty. I've got a bit more uh, video footage that I should put it together and post it on my channel here, that make a little longer video kind of the story. But thank goodness the old shovel, she kept her together until I at least got to a woodland area, and there was uh, there was lots of wood and dry sticks available to pick up and make a campfire, to because I knew time my buddy got there to come and rescue me, I knew it'd be dark. And so I told him what highway I was on, and I said that there'd be a campfire going on north side of the highway. That's me. So the campfire was enough, of course, because riding in the cold and the snow, my fingers were wet and cold, and so got the campfire going and dried and kept my fingers warm. And I think I sat on the side of the highway by the fire there for, I don't know what it was, 3.5 or 4 hours or whatever. So yeah, fun stuff. At the old shovelhead, the engine's completely rebuilt now. The engine's back in the frame, but I told my buddy Hillbilly that's doing the engine for me. He said, "Well, you got this much of it apart. You may as well pull the transmission out and go through it and give it a going over." And so that's where it's at. He's got the transmission out, and I said if it needs it, put it in, bearings, whatever. So yeah, that's where we're at. Motorcycle, more parts, more parts. uh, Eric, yeah, it's cool to get the sense of just hanging out with people with similar interests. Yes, absolutely. That's the way I see it too. Just some good old awesome, honest motorcycle people that we share the common interest. That's what I always get out of it. Uh, Barbaretto, 1969. Good night. Well, thanks for dropping in and saying hi, my friend. But if you got to go tuck in, whatever part of the country you're in, thanks for stopping by, and have a good night, man. Welcome back anytime. Mike TD, hi Cactus from SoCal, Southern California. Welcome in, my friend. How was your day today? Did you get out and make a few motorcycle miles? For me, if not you, for me, I hope. Tal's Hog Shop. Just got home from Loretta Lynn's ranch in Hurricane Mills. Nice. How was the party this year? They have a good turnout. I've never managed to make it down there for that one, but one of these years, unfortunately, it wasn't this year, and it, maybe next year. But I don't know if you guys been on my channel or seen July 18th, 2024. I was in New Mexico and I got rear-ended by a distracted driver and dislocated my shoulder. And after doing physical therapy for over a year and a half, twice a week for over a year and a half straight, and feeling like my shoulder's getting worse and worse all the time. I go back to the orthopedic surgeon again, and he sends me for new MRIs. Well, all this big muscle in here that's in the front of our shoulder, it all comes up and ties into here. Physical therapy got it completely tore off the bone now. So middle of June, in for surgery, and my surgeon tells me, he said, you're going to wake up in a sling, and you'll be in a sling for 7 to 9 months. So I'm not looking forward to that, but that ended my motorcycle season. Never rode last year at all either because of this. So that's why I'm asking everybody that stops in here to say hi on my live. When you're out on your motorcycle, put some miles on for me, because I'm just sitting in the garage sulking beside mine. uh, just got home. Oh yeah, I read that one. Got home from the Tennessee run. Cool. They have a good turnout there. Like where I'm from. Right on. Cool. People would call you a leather ass. That's funny. Bub Hunt. They call me a leather ass because that's my seat. It's a piece of leather wrapped around some old. I don't know if you can hear the squeak in there or not, but I made my seat out of a bunch of coil springs out of an old Chevy car that I found in the grass. I bunched them all together in a big circle, and I wrapped them up in it with a leather strap around them, and then I wrapped them up in a piece of leather for. Gotta have a spring right seat, right? Yeah. Gotta do something crazy. Why not? If you can imagine it, do it. Um, Dire Wolf, Dire Wolf Tress. Whittier shovel, the one that I blew up in the snowstorm. That's my 1982 FXS. That yeah. Well, I knew the engine. I knew the engine was going out of it before I left Canada. As this one here, this one that we're doing the live by here right now. This is my 1943 WLC 45-inch Flathead. Pretty awesome, cool little motorcycle. Do you, Drew, do you ride an old shovel head too? Mike TD, only put in a few miles for you today. Had to catch up on the laundry. 20 miles is a heck of a lot more than what I would have got if you didn't. So, yeah, I love it, my friend. I love it. That's what because I'm all winged up and can't ride here. Everybody that stops in here, I'm asking them all to put some miles in for me because you guys and my old 45 sitting in the garage are are my only motorcycle miles I'm going to get this year, unfortunately. But I rode 2 tanks of gas out. All right, bub. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Due to a shoulder injury of accident. Me? Yes. I was last summer I was on my way to the run to Raton after Born Free in California. I rode out to Phoenix and then up to up to the Four Corners and then over to Durango and up the $1 Million Highway to Silverton and then turned around and went down to Albuquerque to go see my buddy Ruben and spent a day or two riding around with him. And then I was on my way going to the run to Raton. I was heading north up the highway, and out of nowhere, some distracted driver out in the wide open highway, low volume of traffic, flat, straight, boom. More interested in driving the telephone than they are that Dodge Ram pickup that they were in, and launched me off. I went between the handlebars and did an 88-yard tumble down the highway, and I dislocated my shoulder. My shoulder come out of the socket forward here, and when I had the first MRI done, the orthopedic surgeon, he said, "There's a bunch of little tears all over the place, but nothing that requires surgery. Do physical therapy, and it'll heal on its own and get better." So, anyways, after twice a week for a year and a half, I've been doing physical therapy, and progressively my shoulder's getting worse and worse. And multiple times, I told all the physical therapists that I've had been seeing, I told them, I said, like, "You're hurting my shoulder." It's, "Oh no, we need to keep up the mobility of it." And yeah, the mobility didn't work. Well, the mobility worked for them, but not for me, because all this big muscle in the front of our shoulder here, where it all comes up and then out and ties across into your arm. I got that completely detached off the bone now, so booked in for surgery in June, and then wake up and be in a sling for 7 to 9 months. So yeah, all due to a stupid, distracted driver. Unfortunately, you guys, I'm counting on you to make some motorcycle miles for me, because I'm just sitting here. I come out and sit and have a cold beverage or my morning coffee. And well, I just recently started doing these lives, and I'm counting on you guys to make some miles for me. So the dislocated shoulder is no fun to deal with. I certainly can share that with you and know it for sure. Eric, yeah, my big custom mod today was putting out grip puppies, cushion grip sleeves on my KLR. Yeah, I spent $20 for cheap foam, but love them. Well, that's awesome, my friend. Getting customization and build it into what you want to do. Just kind of like I do with mine. Do something different and build her into what you want to, my friend. So, yeah, anybody else if dropped in for some live by the 45, welcome in. Drop us a comment. Share some of your awesome motorcycle history and stories with us. Hey, this one here, I don't know if you guys, I know some of you have been on my channel and seen it, but some of you haven't been. This one here, I did a little custom fabrication work of, well, I mounted a 3-gallon auxiliary gas tank on the back of my sissy bar here. And it's all plumbed in with a hose, comes out of the bottom of the tank and then down along the frame. And then comes along the frame here, and then I get a shutoff valve right here for it. And out of the shutoff valve up along the frame and teed into the main gas line, and then up to the main petcock out of the main tank. So works pretty awesome. And then also this, I built an adjustable sissy bar on here. So these are a couple levers off an old piece of McCormick Deering binder. An old piece of farm machinery. I found a set of levers. There's one on the other side, a right and a left hand side. So these all my leather straps in here, that's where my gear all goes in there, my sleeping bag and and my clothes bag packs in there, and then that becomes my backrest. And so throughout the day, with these adjustable levers, obviously you squeeze this handle up here, and then it lifts the mechanism up out of the gear ratchet, and then I can adjust my sissy bar and backrest. So she's awesome comfort to ride all day. And if you want, when you gas up, adjust your sissy bar a little bit, do a little different angle, and yeah, it works pretty awesome. A little bit of creative tinkering time. Of took a little thinking how I was going to mount them so that it would all function back in there. But if you there's a couple different videos on my channel that I've done. The this metal bar piece here, that's the main support. So going goes down in here, and that's it. It bolts on the axle plate down here, and so it's bolted in two spots there, so it's good and rigid. And then that give me a spot there on the other side. Give me a spot to weld a bar on there, and then see the bar that it's bolted through there. That's all welded on there, so that I could bolt this ratchet piece in there. The ratcheting lever goes in the middle in there, and yeah, like I said, it took me a little creative thinking time to how I was going to mount that, but works pretty good. It was a pretty simple piece once I got it all figured out. Then it was a matter of building it, and so I built a fire in my backyard and heated the iron in the wood fire and bent her by hand. Just why not? Uh, Computer shut off. Oh, computer shut off. Oh, that don't sound good. 13666. Oh, sorry to hear that your computer shut off. But that's one thing about riding an old motorcycle. There's not too often you have much computer trouble with them. So there's not much worries there. Uh, Eric, yeah, just make fun of it. But I can see how that position of your vertical bars would relieve the shoulders. Absolutely, my friend. The I've got ape hangers on everything that I've owned, and I got ape hangers on everything that I own, except for one on my 1963 FLH, and I refuse to cut the handlebars on that one because it's got the internal helix functioning throttle on it. So I don't want to mess them up, and they're actually their original bars too. So I'm not going to mess them ones up. But yeah, everything else, she's got straight up handlebars. I got the yeah, 43 my 43 flathead, my 53 panhead, and my 82 shovelhead. They all got straight up vertical handlebars. So pretty awesome, comfortable ride. I've been saying it for years that my handlebars reach me. I don't reach them. So to me, that makes them more comfortable on the arms and the shoulders when you don't have to reach for them. Your handlebars. Uh, Dallas Hog Shop looks like cultivator parts. Absolutely, my friend. That's before the days of hydraulics, right? These particular ones, they're off an old McCormick Deering binder, and there was four levers right together. They were all bolted together, and I don't know what the functions were. Just an old piece of farm machinery laying out in the back of this guy's yard, and I went and asked him if I said, "Can I buy the levers off of that old piece of farm machinery?" Yeah, 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 heck yeah. So I give him $50 and got and the fun part of it. I don't know what year an old McCormick Deering binder would have been built, but look at the yeah, grab my flashlight. How long? How many hundred and what years that old spring has been outside? And look at the weather pitting in it, and amazingly, how much spring tension it's still got to it. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how much tension that pitted old rusty spring that's been outside for 100+ years still functions very well. So yeah, back like I said, old cultivator parts, all pretty well all the old farm machinery all functioned like that, and all manual operated before somebody come along with the design of the hydraulic system. So works pretty awesome. But, uh, there's our buddy All Star welding service. Welcome back, my friend. Howdy, brother. Nice contraption. Yeah. uh, I just, I'm gonna assume that by your YouTube handle here that you're a welder too, so you've got a creative imagination to take a piece of iron and turn it into something. If you uh, there's a bunch of videos on my in the 43 Flathead playlist of how I built that piece by hand out on I used the wood fire coals to heat that up and bend it by hand, and yeah, it turned out pretty awesome. Just bending it by hand. So the creative imagination, and I'm assuming that you're a welder, so I'm sure you have the skills and know how to tinker with stuff like that. Eric, I sat in my Honda and put my hands where I felt they were comfortable on the top of the stock mirrors and designed my bars to that position. But we'll see how they work out. Exactly. When you're sitting on the bike, and that's what I used to do all the time. On my actually, I still do it once in a while. Throw a hand up on top of the mirrors and just have a nice little stretch and wake up, move around while you're out on the bike on a cross country road trip. Uh, oh, I wish this live. I wish you guys could get in here and talk and chat with me too. But who else we got in here? We got anybody else dropping in for some live by the 45 time here this evening? If you're in watching, drop a comment where you're from and tell us some motorcycle stories. And if you do any custom fabrication, crazy contraption ideas. Yeah, my one of my buddies at home, whenever he sees, whenever he comes over for a cold refreshment, he shakes his head. He said, "I can't believe you ride that contraption." So yeah, you're not the only one that calls it a contraption, but why be like everybody else? do something different, right? Or don't be scared to try, anyways. One thing about it, when you try, if it doesn't work out, you learn something that don't work. Don't do that again. So if you don't try, you'll never know, and you'll never learn. So that's what I tell everybody. Don't be shy to try. Uh, Somebody else just dropped in. Donna Cho, 8213. Welcome into some live beside the 45. Some garage talk motorcycle flathead. What kind of motorcycle do you ride, Donna? Welcome into the for some live motorcycle content. Just yeah, here for some positive, happy, sharing motorcycle content with y'all. And if you ride a motorcycle, get out there on the road and put some miles on for me. Dislocated shoulder. I'm out of commission for a while. So 2013 FLH TK anniversary model. Nice. Get out and do some highway traveling across country motorcycle miles. I hope so. That's mostly what this channel's all about. Old motorcycles and some cross country road trip miles. There's a stand back view look at some old 1943 built from a basket case of parts, a bare frame and baskets and boxes of parts built into an awesome fun little chopper to ride. So pretty cool, awesome old motorcycle. 3-speed transmission, kickstart, awesome. Donna Cho, 72,000 miles. Nice. That's awesome. You do some cross country road trip miles too, or more hang around local, bombing around your state or country, wherever you're happen to hail from? And yeah, thanks for joining in, stopping by in the live here. Just love sharing some awesome motorcycle stories with everybody. This one here, I built her. There was, I think there was 69 miles on it from a brand new build, and 69 miles. I jumped on and I rode from Saskatchewan to California. I think it was 1,900 miles, and then from there over to Phoenix and up to the Four Corners and Silverton and down to Albuquerque, and yeah, just some awesome old school motorcycle miles. Tell's Hog Shop. My Flathead 45 keeps stalling after I take off. I think the float might need adjustment. Of course, you have to take it apart to bend the arm and put it all back together over and over until you get it. Right? The yeah, they can what you got uh the original linkered carb on yours too? That's mine's got the original old military M88 linkered on it. It's a pretty cool little carburetor that there's if well if yours got the same thing, that this little M88. So as I've learned some from a couple other fellows that have stopped in by the live here, They said that this little carburetor was designed and built for the military, that for the wartime, that it would run and digest just about any kind of dirty fuel that happened to be of the time. So is that the same kind? Do you have the original carb on yours too? Uh, Donna, Washington to Milwaukee, and also to Planto, or Plano, Texas. Nice. Did you extend your Springer front and affect the handling? No. Well, I never rode it before. This is all when I built the bike, I went 6 over, I bought a 6 over stock Springer front end. And so I never rode it with an original front end. So I have no idea what what the old one would have handled like. So I love the way it handles with this 6 over stock. Handles great on the highway. Uh, Jacob, Seattle, 7885. Welcome into some live by the 45, man. Drop a comment. What do you got here? You got this little green thing. Yeah, whatever it is. Welcome into the live by the 45. You drop a comment. Do you ride a motorcycle? Drop us a comment and welcome into the live. What kind of motorcycle you ride? Oh, tells Hog Shop Linker. Oh, so you got the original Linkert on yours too? The yeah, mine. I knock on wood, has run great. So uh, same carb. Very important that you have a circle bend in the line and fitter. What do you mean, my friend? Circle bend and filter. Yeah. Turn the flashlight on. So out of the petcock into the T where I got it teed into the auxiliary tank, and then fuel line routed like that, like down underneath. Is that what I understand your meaning? Dipping down below like that? I'm not I'm not 100% positive so that's what you mean or not, but that's how mine's uh how the hose on mine's running. Seems to work fine, or it has so far anyway, so knock on wood. Uh, Gilly Gibbs, do you ride on the road with that bike? Yes, absolutely. I rode it from Saskatchewan to California, out to Phoenix and up to the Four Corners and up to the $1 Million Highway and then down to Albuquerque. Yes, sir, my friend. I'm more of a highway guy than a dirt trail guy. Chevy 5-speed. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome to the live by the 45. Chevy 5-speed. Yeah. Hey, you got some pretty fancy little green hands there, wherever you found them. That's awesome, my friend. Are you a motorcycle man too? We're we're just out in the garage for some evening live by the 45 motorcycles, sharing some awesome motorcycle stories and passion to ride your motorcycle. So drop us a comment what you ride and what part of the country you're from. Yes, sir. Uh, the stock fuel line comes out of the bottom of the tank where the shutoff valve is, then has a circle in the line, and then into the fuel filter. Oh, are you talking? Is that an original steel line that you're talking about? Tel's Hog Shop? I assume that's what you mean there. Uh, Gilly Gibbs, show me the whole bike. Okay. There's a picture on the front side. Got a six over stock length Springer front end on it. Got 130 90 16 front end back tires. And then I can't get bikes up against the wall on me here, and I don't have room to get quite far enough away. But yeah, there's that 6 over stock length Springer front end. And then on the old 45s, if you're not familiar with them, this is the oil tank on this side, and the other side's the gas tank. So yeah, there's the sweet, awesome little 45-inch flathead, 3-speed transmission, kickstart, rigid frame. Yeah, sorry I can't get back and get her all in one shot for you. I'm up against the wall in my garage here, so. And then straight on the front end shot. I always pack the tent with me. And then this side I can get far enough back to give you a full side view. 1943, 45-inch flathead. And with a auxiliary gas tank hanging on the back of the sissy bar. Hosed in, hooked up with a hose. Fitting comes out of the bottom of the tank. Fitting comes out of there and then down along the frame, and a couple of hose clamps, and got the shutoff valve for that auxiliary gas tank down here. Then out of there, and the hose comes in, tees in here, just down below the main petcock. There you go. Kind of a general overview shot of it. Shut off valve. Show me the whole bike. That's about the best shot that I can get you there, Gilly Gibbs. Eric. what's the googly eyes? It's too small. I can't see. Um, I can't see what's underneath the googly eyes. I can't make it out. Tell's Hog Shop. Wish I could show you a pic. Yeah. Well, I I think I know what you're talking about. It's a steel uh, fuel line, right? It's not a rubber hose, and it comes out and it makes a full 360-degree circle, and then goes into the bottom of the carb. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I've seen them in the. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, mine's just all hooked up with a hose. What um, does it run better or perform better with the steel line? I don't have the experience and the knowledge with them to know any better or be able to make any judgment call of it. So yeah. Oh, what What do you got there, Eric? You got your eyeballs sitting in your hands? Is that what that little emoji gizmo is? I can't quite make it out, but that's what it kind of looks like. Your eyeballs are sitting in your hands. Yeah. They say without that circle 360, the 360 circle in the line, that there's too much fuel pressure and it will blow by the needle, and that the float controls. Well, that totally makes sense, because the longer the length, the more friction you're creating, and then making a full circle too, because it's all just gravity feed. But yeah, that's that's an interesting concept, but it makes total sense when you say it that way. So, in other words, well, someday when I replace my gas line, I guess I could do that with a rubber line, right? Just make a make a 360 circle down there with it. But the for for the most part, mine runs pretty good. It's every once in a while, if I get on the throttle a little quick, it'll sputter once in a while. But and then yeah, I don't know. I'm not mechanic enough to be able to to be able to tell you yes or no. But I that totally makes sense, and I have seen uh, that full 360-degree circle in that gas line before on other guys' bikes, and I never really put much thought into it as to why it's in there, but makes sense the way you explain it. But yeah, all kinds of crazy fun stuff, and everybody's awesome motorcycle ideas. I love it. Aaron Cup, good evening, my friend. How are you? Awesome to see you get a chance to stop in, and a little bit of live by the 45 evening chit chat. And how was uh how was my ride how was my ride to work this morning? I know this morning when you stopped in, you said you were going for a ride to work this morning. So I hope I got to ride home. You get to ride to work. I'll ride home. That way, I get the end of the day glory. You get the morning grief. So, uh, I love it, my friend. Love it when you guys drop in, and it was nice. Took the long way. That's the way I go home. So that's why I say, you got to ride to work. I'll ride home. Uh, no map, no plan. Get lost in the wind is the best way. So, Mike TD, when is your shoulder repair work scheduled, so we can send the healing vibes your way? Mid-June. Yeah, middle of June, Mike. So, yeah, uh, I'm I'm looking forward to getting my shoulder fixed. I'm really disappointed that it's not fixed. It's gone backwards. I mean, I'm just about, well, I'm 2 years and 10 months into it, of finding out if it's gone further backwards than from right after the accident. So it's pretty disappointing, but that's why I'm in here and you guys are in here. I know you guys all support me, and thank you kindly for all your well wishes and healing prayers. And when you're on your motorcycle, I know you're putting some miles on for me. On the way home from work, though, Aaron, not on the way to work. uh, I love it, you guys. I love it because you're all here and you help keep a smile on my face, being I can't be riding, but I know you guys are enjoying your motorcycles. You share the same passion for your freedom in the wind and two wheels as I do. So I know a bunch of you have been on my channel and seen and watched some of the other crazy old motorcycles that I build and ride and travel across country with. But if there's happens to be anybody new in here that hasn't seen them, I got a straight up crazy handlebar idea that, well, they're awesome, comfortable to ride with. So until it, most people are completely shocked the first time they go like that. It's like, holy, if, well, you motorcycle guys are, you know who, probably know who the famous old motorcycle builder Dave Perowitz is. His reaction when he sat on my old 53 in California there a few years back. He reached up and he grabbed them handlebars and he, holy shit. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen that video or not. There's it was at Born Free in California, and I I got one short little video where I come riding into the parking lot on my 53, and then I roll it up and I cut the video off, and then I clip that little short snip of Dave, just him when he's sitting on the bike and he looks up at the handlebars and holy shit. And then I clipped it off of there and another clip back onto me rolling into the parking lot again. And yeah, just fun stuff that I got to do whatever I can to keep my motorcycle smile on. Some of you guys that have watched my stuff, you know what I'm talking about. So, uh, who else we got here? When your shoulder, yeah, Mike. Mid June, I go in for surgery, and I was thinking about going to get a couple of them uh, large head round pop rivets and then a couple of nice big fender washers and put them together. And when I go in and before the surgery, I just pull them out of my pocket and hand them to the surgeon. See if we can get a chuckle out of them, anyways. Here, put these in. Maybe it'll help hold things together in there. So, uh, what else we got? Yes, sir. Went the long way home, and a beautiful sunshine, sunny, warm evening ride home, Aaron. Dell's Hog Shop. See you later, Cactus. All right, my friend. Uh, Great to see your smiling face. Keep up the channel. Thank you kindly, my friend, and thanks for dropping in and sharing some motorcycle stories and some 45 knowledge too. I love that. That guys that stop in and share their motorcycle passion and mechanical skills and knowledge. And I uh, I by no means am am a mechanic, nor ever profess to be. I I'm not scared to tinker with the points. I know it takes three things to make them run: air, spark, and fuel. So when they quit on the highway, check the gas. If it's getting gas in it, well, then it's spark. And so then a little bit of tinkering time with the points and plugs and wires, and yeah. But as far as inside the engine work and all of that stuff, no, That's not me. Unfortunately, I wished it was. I don't have the talent. I don't have the talent to do it, and or nor the tools to do it. So yeah, better off getting the guys that do know than making a mess of something myself. Other than, like I said, when I'm on the highway, I'm not scared to monkey with the points and whatnot like that, but not the engine work. I rely and count on the pros. So yeah, yeah. I see there's a couple new guys in here. If you just signing into the live for the evening, welcome in for some live beside the 45. Uh, Drop us a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. So yeah, what else is it? Matchbook is your best friend when setting the points. Yes, sir. I've I think you told me that already once, Aaron. And there was another old chap in here. Uh, I forget if it was last night or the night before. And he told me the same thing. He said, set the points and the plugs the same gap. He said, use your matchbook. And he said, he told me that uh, the military had Harley Davidson design it like that because every military man back in the day, everybody had a pack of matches in their pocket. So anybody that was involved with the old motorcycles, you always had your matchbook for setting your plug or your points and plugs. So that's what I love about this. Guys that guys that stop in and share their experience and knowledge is awesome. Uh, Mr. E to myself. Welcome in, my friend. Sup? What's the project? Yep, both are 30. This is my 1943 WLC 45-inch Flathead. The project started as a bare frame and baskets and boxes of parts, and I built her into my awesome, cool, fun little chopper to ride. So a little bit of straight up handlebars, and I put a 6 over stock Springer front end on it. So, but it went 6 over stock length Springer front end, so I can call it my chopper. And yeah, got some little newer model than the 1943 WLC. Some dog bone risers on there with some nice big rubbers. Got lots of flex in there. So yeah, that's kind of the project. Uh, Clean up the metal, obviously. Clean up the metal. Okay. Oh, Mother Nature, she's doing a beautiful job. She's uh, she's doing a beautiful job of putting a badge and tank banner on the side of her. I love it. It looks awesome. Uh, Mr. Appreciate it from KC. Well, welcome in, my friend. Kansas City. Uh, do you ride a motorcycle too? There, Mr. E to myself. Um, if you do you ever stop over there at Bears Highway Classics over in Avondale? He's a awesome aftermarket old school awesome mechanic, and he's an awesome wrench and a damn fine fella to help you out with some mechanical stuff, and his daughter Elena knows the parts counter probably better than most. So yeah, if you've ever been over there, or if you know Bear, you stop over there, say hi to him for me. I've been in there a couple times over the years of for him to do some on the road cross country service work for me. Yeah, the patina is great. Yes, I'm up north, little place outside of town, but I will. Awesome. Yeah, Bear, he's an awesome character. Awesome, awesome. So, how about yourself? You riding an old motorcycle too, Mister E2 myself? Love your handle, by the way, there, buddy. But yeah, you riding an old chopper too, or what kind of motorcycle you ride? Oh, yeah, it's on the going through uh, Kansas City. I've stopped in there with my '53 Pan, and Bear done a bunch of work service for me, and tire or whatever else I can't remember, wheel bearings and on the one bike, and then I think that was on my Panhead, and then the following year I stopped in. He, I can't remember, did a tire and did a carb job for me, and yeah, he's a awesome old school wrench, man. Anybody else in here listening in on the live? You did you hear that or paying attention when if you're ever going through Kansas City and you need a good mechanic, a good mechanical wrench? Bears Highway Classics. He's over in Avondale. He's an awesome character, and his daughter Elena too. She's knows the parts counter like not many others, as well as uh, they keep a pretty large selection of stock parts. So Sportster 1200 bags and radio, yeah, peanut tank. But I ride anything. It. Right on. That's awesome. Yeah. So the peanut tank, you know all about the challenges of the small gas tank. that's that's why on the back of the sissy bar I got the auxiliary gas tank. Or I don't know, I was around there earlier showing somebody else earlier of the, the handlebars, and then on the back end of the hanging off the back end of my sissy bar, I got a 3 gallon auxiliary gas tank hanging on there. So I got packing 6.5 gallons of gas. Gas hose comes out of the fitting and goes down, and I got it tied on along the frame, and got its own shut off valve right there. So that shuts the auxiliary tank off. Then out of the auxiliary tank, the hose comes up, runs along, and I got it teed in here, and petcock out of the main tank, and then down into the carb. So there's your if you're making some cross country motorcycle miles, they that auxiliary tank is pretty nice to have, especially if you want to get out and make some miles. So, but yeah, it works great. I don't know if you've been on my channel or not, but I've got the it's made by the same manufacturer, but a horizontal tank on the back of my '53 Pan, as well as on the back of my '82 Shovelhead. So yeah, fun stuff. Awesome fun stuff. At least for a minute. Mike TD at least for a minute, but I'm back. Wondered if that farm equipment sissy bar was the same one that bent during your riding accident, and if so, who repaired it. Oh my God, Mike, did you see see that video I posted of how bad the frame was wrinkled up? And the guy that I found, that the whole bike was bent. The only thing that wasn't bent was the neck. The single down tube frame was bent. The backbone was bent, and then turn you back around here. This the whole big casting here where the seat post goes in there. That thing was all twisted, and then the all four of the frame tubes, the bottom two, he was able to straighten them, but the top two, they were crushed so bad that they were broken two places. So he cut them two out and replaced them. But um, the back wheel, it was bent like an egg from that Dodge pickup sitting on it, pushing it down the highway. And then the front wheel, it was it was bent like an egg, as well as it had a big sideways curve in it. And all four legs on the Springer were bent. The rockers were bent. She was unbelievable how badly she was bent from front to back. And yeah, if you need a guy that knows how to straighten stuff, unbelievable. He straightened the wheels out, all the rockers, all four legs on the Springer. Did an amazing job fixing. And oh yeah, you asked about the on that. You can see on that on a couple of them videos that I posted after the accident. This side here, um, this ratchet bar, I'm amazed that it. I'm amazed it didn't break when it got bent and or when it got straightened. So obviously, it sure looks like cast iron to me, but it all straightened out because this bar that I got it mounted to, from that position there, it was probably bent out to about an angle like that. And yeah, the frame guy, he straightened her all back out. Piece that I that piece that I made by the fire that mounts on the frame, it was all twisted and wrinkled up, and yeah, he bent her all back into shape and got the adjustable sissy bar all. It all functions. It all functions again, and it's yeah. When it all functions nice and smooth, just like it did when it was when I first built it. So yeah, he did an outstanding job. So anybody, if you happen to be listening in, you got something bent, whether it's a wheel or the front end, the frame, or whatever. If uh, if you got some bent parts that you don't know what to do with, hit me up. I know a guy that amazing, amazing. But well, he's been straightening frames for 40 years. He's got his own shop, works by himself, doesn't share no secrets with anybody, and yeah, he does an amazing job. He modeled frame. I don't, I don't know if it took him 3 days, and then well with the wheels and the frame and all the sissy bar stuff that was all bent up, maybe took him 5 days. And yeah, he did an amazing job fixing it. And of course, from the accident, well, it had virtually a brand new. The boys in the Harley shop in Durango, Colorado, put a brand new tire on for me, and I rode from Durango down to Albuquerque, and then was on my way to the Run to Raton, so not very far up the highway. So virtually a brand new tire. And when that pickup run into me, the it 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 curled the whole back fender up, and the edge of the sharp edge of the fender bent over, and it sliced right through the tire. There was the tube was poking out of the tire. I'm amazed that it didn't cut the tube as well. But anyway, whatever. Put a new fender on it, and yeah, like I said, if you need somebody that knows how to straighten a wheel or frame, unbelievable. So I found out about the guy, a good buddy of mine. He sent me a message because I was over in the hospital in Las Vegas, New Mexico, after the accident. And buddy of mine, he sent me a text message. He said, "If you need me to come and get you, I got my pickup and my trailer." He said, "Let me know." And so whatever. And then also in the text message, he said, "Here's a contact of a guy that he fixes frames, and he's in Mesa." And so being over there the next day, I let's go to the hospital. Trying to figure out where am I going? How am I going to do this? What? After the major accident, and so I call this guy. I call the number that my buddy Jody gave me, and he said, "Yeah, I fix frames." And I told him who I was. I said, I got rear-ended on the highway in New Mexico. I rode my 1943 from Saskatchewan to California, and I got rear-ended out here in New Mexico. And he said, "On a what?" I said, "On my 1943 Flathead. My rigid frame is mangled." And he almost didn't believe me. He said, "Well, uh, take a couple pictures and text them to me, and I'll have a look." So whatever, I already had some pictures on my phone. I texted him the pictures, and it wasn't a minute later. He said, "Yeah, bring her over. No problem." And so, yeah, he's an amazing metal man. Like I said, if you got something bent and need it straightened, hit me up. I'll dig his number up for you. Awesome. He's an awesome character too. So, uh, me telling stories here. I'm probably getting lost. Where am I? Uh, for real. Oh, we're back to E2 myself. For real. Nice. Mike, did he? Thanks for a minute. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm getting lost here. I'm talking too much and not keeping up with the comments, you guys. Sorry about that. That's great. It's like 1100 camper special. Right on. Cool. Uh, Easton Yoshimoto. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome into the live beside the 45. Drop us a comment, my friend. Where are you from? And what kind of motorcycle do you ride? This we're out doing a little evening live here beside my old 45. I don't know if you're familiar with the old 45 or not. 1943 WLC 45-inch flathead. Pretty awesome, cool little motorcycle. Mr. E2 myself. I met these cats from Pennsylvania who were going to California after they graduated. One on the Sportster. I wondered how many stops they made. I bet 100 at least. Oh yes, that's uh, it's me growing up in the up in Canada and traveling out in the plains and the prairies, and all the little small towns are rolled up and gone home by 6 o'clock in the evening. It can be a bit of a pain in the butt getting gas, so that's why I put the auxiliary tank on the back. And uh, this way here, well, with both tanks, I'm packing 6.5 gallons of gas. So you can usually get to the bigger centers where there's a gas station open. So, but yeah, a a road trip from a road trip from Pennsylvania to California with a peanut tank is lots of gas stops. Not so bad if you're carrying a gallon gas jug with you. At least you got an extra gallon that you, when you run out, you can hopefully find one within the next gallon. He said it would be an honor. Absolutely, my friend. Where did you find that, by the way? Which do you mean, the bike or the tank? Which is that what you mean? The where did I find the gas tank or the bike? The bike, like I said, I found it as a basket case of bare frame and boxes and baskets of parts, my friend. The bike, yeah. Well, um, a friend of mine up in Canada, one of his buddies was selling the 1963 FLH was what I went to look at, and so while I'm in his garage looking at this 1963 FLH, I see I see about that much of the top end of the engine. I just see the head sticking out above there was a cardboard box here in front of it, and I I was kneeling down beside the bike, and I just the direction where this owner was sitting at. When I knelt up from beside the bike and I asked him. I said, or I went to ask him something about the panhead that I was looking at, and kind of over his shoulder behind him, I seen this. I seen the top end of the. I seen the head sticking out above a box. And I said to him, I said, "What the hell is that up in the corner?" "Oh, that's my 1943 Flathead." I said, "That's what I'm looking for." I said, "You got the rest of it?" He never had it together, so uh, he had been going to swap meets and picking up scavenging parts. He was going to build it one day, and then whatever, life got in his way, and he sold both of his panhead and the old flathead. So I bought both of them from the same guy up in Alberta, and yeah, the the '68 or the '63 FLH. He had it for 14 years and had never started it. So when I uh, when I bought it, I took it to a buddy of mine's place and unloaded it out of the trailer and unloaded all the boxes of this here. And said to my buddy Wayne, I says, "Well, I said, let's go kick that '63 over and see if it's got some life in it." And so we put a battery in it, and I whatever. I rolled the kicker pedal over, rolled her over, whatever, 8, 10 times, whatever. And then I said to my buddy Wayne, I said, "Grab a plug wrench." I said, "Let's pull the spark plugs out and see what they look like." And well, this thing hadn't run for God only knows when the last time. It was at least 14 years this Bob had owned it and had never started it. So threw threw a little splash of gas in each plug hole, put the plugs back in, turned the ignition on, and first kick, she was running. And well, whatever, it run good, but it run real rich. It was flooding and choking itself, but it purred just beautiful. And yeah, so, and then this one here, well, I had my buddy, he went through and did a complete engine job and transmission and yeah, so there's not many miles on it. Uh, Huo Pavan. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, my friend there, but yeah, good morning. What part of the planet are you from, my friend? It's good evening, 7:30 p.m. Arizona time. Awesome. You must be on the other side of the world. Good morning. Drop us another comment and tell us where you're from. I love it. Mr. E to myself, right on. Went to look at a 63. Nice. And did you bring it home with you? Yeah, yeah, exactly, my friend. Went to look at one motorcycle and it turned out I didn't have room to get them both in my truck with the all the loose boxes and stuff. So I left it there and went and got the enclosed trailer. Went and went back and picked them both up and yeah, here we are back to some more motorcycle life. I love it, my friend. Sounds sounds Aussie. No, you did. Yeah, I'm getting lost in your comments here, my friend. uh, hey, anybody else here? If you're just dropped into the live, say hi and drop us a comment. We're out for some live by the 45 in the garage, just having some motorcycle chit chat and conversation. Ken Vanderveer, 1911, 8:25 Mountain Standard Time, Colorado. Welcome in, my friend, to beautiful Colorado. Amazing, beautiful countryside. 2 summers ago, my old 1943 Flathead, she made the trip up the $1 million highway. Me and a buddy of mine from Durango rode up there and went up to Silverton and had some barbecue lunch. And yeah, just had to make the $1 million highway trek on the old Flathead chopper. Yeah, she's lots of fun to ride. I love it, my friend. What you ride a motorcycle too, Ken? Up there in the beautiful state of Colorado. Anybody that's if you've ever gone for a trip through Colorado, there's a highway south of Grand Junction, Colorado, heads down towards Dove Creek, the Four Corners area. It's highway number 141. Put it on your scribble that number down on your road to ride in Colorado, or one of the roads to ride in southwest corner of Colorado. 141 south of Grand Junction. Beautiful. I can't remember what it is, 130 miles, 140 miles of just beautiful meandering 45, 50 mile an hour bottom of a canyon along the river. Outstanding ride. uh Van must be from Australia, and it's cool. You went to look at a 63 and came back with two. Absolutely, my friend. Yeah, that was he was only advertising the pan for sale. I don't know if whether he wasn't trying to sell the 45, but when I asked him, I says, "Well, package deal." I said, "I'll go get the trailer and I'll get rid of them both for you." It didn't take him very long to hum and haw and come up with a price, because he had a 1963 FLH Panhead Duo Glide that had sat for 14 years and never started it. So the speed and ambition that he would have got the old 45 put together and running, I don't know if he would have made her. Ken Vanderveer, Kawasaki KLR 650. Awesome. My buddy Eric is in here. If he's still in here, he rides a KLR 650 too. That's awesome, my friend. You do lots of that high backcountry dirt road trails riding. I've actually got a buddy that lives up there and he does lots of that. He's got I can't remember what it is. He's got a little enduro bike that he does lots of that. And then backcountry hills out around that Durango Cortez country. Beautiful. Aaron Krupp, I just finished a Victory motor. Now I need to find a rolling chassis. Dang. I just seen a rolling chassis somewhere. Oh man. I I have no idea where, Aaron. I can't think. No. I know somebody if it was on Facebook, it's probably on Facebook. I can't remember where I seen it. I seen a full rolling chassis, wheels, front end, everything was dang. Sorry, man, I can't. If I think of it, I'll try and keep you in mind. Oh my. I love it. Stupid tomato. Oh my God. Some of our crazy imagination of of some of our handles on here on our YouTube handle. Stupid tomato. That's awesome, my friend. Just bought a 2000 F250 7.3 crew cab with a ZF6 for 2,400 bucks. American. Cool, my friend. Stupid tomato. That's awesome, my friend. Thanks for dropping in for some live by the 45 for the evening. Are you a motorcycle man? Too? Drop us a comment. Tell us what you ride. Mike TD. Gotta go, Cactus. All right, my friend. Thanks for dropping in, and you too have an awesome evening. And yeah, tomorrow's a new day for a motorcycle ride. So you got to ride to work, but I'll ride home. Awesome. I love it, Mike. Have an awesome evening, and thanks for dropping in and sharing some awesome motorcycle living. Cheers. Ciao, buddy. I'd like to find ZF6 for my 72 F100. Uh, Sorry, guys. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're talking about here. I'm all motorcycle guy, so I'm not sure, but I assume you're a part of some sort for your pickups that you're talking about. But no, I'm a truck guy. I just found this live and thought I'd share. Typically, I troll, but I won't troll cool channels. Well, thank you kindly, sir. Much appreciated that. And yeah, so because I'm not a truck guy, well, I'm going to ask you, what's a ZF6? Oh, there it is. Your next comment. Sorry, is a 6-speed manual transmission, and that why did you pull an automatic transmission out of the old truck you bought that you're putting a standard in it? The yeah, much appreciated. The my channel is all just old school motorcycle riding, traveling, and yeah, that's pretty much. I started doing these lives on my channel. I've got it's all old school motorcycle stuff on my YouTube channel, and unfortunately, I was dislocated by or I was run into by a distracted driver and dislocated my shoulder, and I'm booked in for surgery here coming in June, so I can't be out riding my motorcycle. So I started doing these lives just to keep my motorcycle smile on. So, but yeah, no, you're welcome to drop in if you're anytime if you're interested in some awesome old motorcycle stuff, my friend. Uh, yeah, 7.3 Power Stroke. Yeah, I knew that's a diesel. My brother, he had one of them 7.3 Power Strokes. That was when they turned Ford turned into a good diesel engine when they come out with that 7.3. My brother had one of them, and but yeah, okay, yeah, the one my brother had, it was a crew cab, 1 ton, single wheel. And his had an automatic in it, and but yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I love your handle there, my friend. Stupid tomato. uh, how you come up with that one? There's got to be a story and a joke behind that one, I think, isn't there? Right on. Yeah. Anybody else? If you just dropping into the live here, welcome in. Drop a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. What part of the country you're from? There, stupid tomato. Aaron Krupp. I've got a 2018 6.7 F350 King Ranch right now. Oh yes, they're a good engine. Actually, I've got one of them too. Da, 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 da. Mine's a 2012 with that 6.7 in it. Yeah, makes good power. I haven't done much work with it. My from what I bought it for, my job kind of changed without anticipation. I should probably I should probably try and sell it instead of it leaving it sitting there doing nothing. I don't know what's uh a 2012 crew cab 4-wheel drive. Uh just trying to think what's the mileage on it. It's a truck from Canada. I think it's right around 200,000 kilometers on it. Runs excellent. I'm basically start it and ride it, or start it and ride it, drive it. Sorry. See, I'm a motorcycle man. You start it and ride it. You don't start it and drive it. But I should probably sell that truck. What are they worth? What's a 2012 F350 with 160,000 miles? It's it's only well, it's pulled my holiday trailer a couple of times, not very far. Um, yeah, not even 1,000 miles. And then other than that, it pulled a couple like a little car hauler trailer a couple times. That's it. Hasn't hardly done any work. Run around with an empty pickup. There's uh there's a couple small dents um in the bottom of the box on the inside of the box. They they kind of uh they kind of match that radius. Oops, one went to sleep. A couple little dents in the bottom of the truck box. They kind of match that radius there from 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 having a motorcycle tied in the back. But other than that, yeah. Uh, Aaron is good shape. 15K, real easy. Okay, right on. Yeah, I don't know. Having the get this silly thing sitting in my yard, hardly get started, hardly ever used, drove. That's Oh, it's an awesome truck to drive. Just I've also got just a half ton, so for just running around, it's much more comfortable just driving a light half ton than it is that 1 ton. So, anyways, yeah. Anybody else new in here? Just dropping in for the live. Drop us a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride, and share some awesome motorcycle stories. Um, what what kind of frame are you looking for, Aaron? Just scrolling back in the comment where you wrote that. Is there a particular frame you're looking for? You looking for a swing arm or for a rigid or what are you building? So how about it? Anybody else in here got just dropped in for some live beside the 45 evening conversation? Drop us a comment and tell us some old motorcycle stories. Well, and or new motorcycle stories too. You all fit in here, whether it's new or old, and it don't even matter what the brand is on the tank. Two wheels, and freedom in the wind is what fits in this channel. All right, Mister E2 myself. Cheers, my friend, and thanks for the conversation. And yeah, you're welcome back anytime, my friend. Catch up with you again, and when you're out on your motorcycle, remember, put some miles on for Cactus and his dislocated shoulder. Cheers, my friend. Thanks for the conversation. And ciao for now. Aaron, I thought about chopping it. Right on. Why not? if it's just a bunch of bones you're putting together, do something crazy, Aaron. uh, I love it. There's uh, there's been a few people that they think I got a screw loose or I'm crazy, whatever you want to call it. And well, some days they might be close to right, but it don't matter to me. I love it. Old school, awesome motorcycles and freedom in the wind. That's what it's all about. And just give that a try, Aaron. Give that a try. Just throw your hand up there. Oh, it's so comfortable to hang on to. I could, I could sit there and hang on to them all day long, buddy. Give her a try. And don't be shy about giving her a try. If it don't work out, it don't matter. Guess you learned something. You learned that it didn't work, right? That's that's the way I do it with metal, anyways. That I mean, for the most part, you can glue it back together. A little different. You being a talented mechanical skill, that's totally understandable. It's a little bit different. That you got to be more precise in a perfection to for it to be right. But being in the welding skill, it's uh, it's a little easier to depending, I guess, what you're working on, but a little easier to mess things up. And is like, "Dull, that didn't work." Yeah, that's the way I view it, anyways, Aaron. It's a bunch of bones. The ECM is finished and has a chip in it that says for off-road use only. Heck yeah. Doesn't off-road use mean more performance? Yeah, get that put thing on. Get that thing put on the road with a off or a high performance off road chip. You won't be able to. You'll be on the racetrack instead of on the highway chopping. You'll be drag strip chopping. Right on. Mm. Yeah, absolutely, my friend. Them. I, I'm surprised with the social media that somebody hasn't already. I'm sure. I'm sure there's somebody else that has tried that, and it's like that old bugger ain't so crazy after all. That's pretty comfortable. Yeah, and well, all three of my bikes, they it's a matter of getting the throttle. That's why that one, it's a single cable assembly, so that's why it's on the top, because you always want the throttle when you're hanging onto the handlebars. You want the throttle to roll in this way. That's 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 extremely awkward to roll the throttle on to try and roll out. This way is natural, right? So, yeah. When I first did them bars up, it took me a little thinking, how in the heck am I going to do this? But a little creative tinkering time, and oh yeah, yeah, this will work. This will work. So, yes, sir. Has Andrew Scam punched out 40 over and is ready to rock? Cool. What did you find that? Get that out of a wreck somewhere, or that you got the engine and did a complete rebuild on it? And so, uh, how many cubic inch? They were a fairly big engine from the factory, weren't they? They them eras of that when the Indian first come back out, the Indian Victory, then it went to Polaris or whatever. I don't even know where they are now. They don't make that Victory anymore, do they? And isn't that all? Did that all go back to Indian somehow, or I did? I can't. I, well, put it this way: I don't try to keep up with the story because they've been so wishy-washy since they come back out with it. But the few guys that I do know that have rode them, they really like them. So yeah, yeah. Like maintain was saying all the time, it's two wheels and freedom in the wind is what she's all about. So around my motorcycle world, it is, anyways. It has a new 42 millimeter throttle body injection on it. It's only been tried once on the ground, and it's out of a wrecked bike, 92 cubes. Oh yeah, she'll have some good giddy up and go to her to if you put her in a skinny little chopper, lightweight. She'll have lots of giddy up to her. Awesome, fun stuff. Polaris built the Victory, and they quit building those when they bought Indian. Okay, and so yeah, so the Victory thing's gone and over with, and so now, so does Polaris own that Indian rights then now, or how is all that? Where's all that story at now? Like I said, I just quit following them or quit paying much attention to them when I heard that the Victory thing went away, and like, what the heck's going on now? But random rant 525. Why skip my comment, man? Oh, did I miss your comment, my friend? I'm scrolling back, scrolling back. How long ago did you write a comment? Sorry, my friend, I don't see your comment in here. No, sir, I don't see your random rant. I didn't skip your comment, buddy. Are you sure you 1 cent? Or how long have you been in here? Because I just finished scrolling back pretty much right to the beginning. So, are you sure you sent one? If you did, it didn't come to me anyways, because you're the only red circle with an R in it in the whole comment string of the evening. And I'm just scrolling back. Yeah. Right back to the very beginning of the comment string, my friend, and there's no comment from you. That's the first comment I got of you. Why skip my comment, man? That's it. So if you sent a comment and it didn't come, try again. Random rants. Welcome in. It was two comments up, man, but it disappeared. I didn't see it. Then it disappeared, bro. Oh, okay. No worries, my friend. Yeah, no, like I said, I try and I try not to ever skip anybody's comment. I just kind of keep poking along, replying to everybody's comment. So, um, yeah, Aaron, that would be fun to build a skinny little chopper with that big engine. Should have lots of giddy up to it. So, but yeah, no, your random rants. What was your comment there, my friend? Were you asking a question? You're we're out in the garage here for some live by the 45 for the evening. So, what? Yeah, drop us a comment. What kind of motorcycle you're riding? Where you're from? All that good stuff. Or if you got any questions about the awesome little old 45-inch flathead. How about anybody else? Anybody else new to drop in here on the live by the 45? All right. See a couple people in here, but there's lots. I guess there's lots of people that are shy and scared to write comments. So, but all right, my friends. Well, I think I'm going to wrap her up here for the evening and random rants. Did you have another one or a question that you wanted to ask me here before I sign off from the live this evening? Oh, there you go. Here we go. Have you considered a thumb throttle on that setup? People have been holding handlebars for probably over 100 years, brother. No, I haven't. I haven't thought about putting a thumb throttler on it. It's my straight up vertical handlebars. They're pretty awesome, comfortable to hang on to. They yeah, I like them. I don't know what I don't know what a thumb throttle would be like on a motorcycle. It's a, it's a little different function than what a snowmobile is. On push bikes, I meant. I don't quite understand what you mean. Here you go. Have you considered a thumb throttle on that setup? People have been holding the handlebars for probably over 100 years, brother. That's right. On push bikes, I meant. Yeah. Don't quite understand what you mean there, my friend. Give me another explanation, and if you don't mind. Sorry about that. They, I see somebody's giving me lots of hearts there. Thanks for all the hearts, whoever you are. And yeah, if you're in here for some live by the 45, drop us a comment and share where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. We're I started doing these lives here the other day after I figured out that excuse me, after I went to the orthopedic surgeon and found out that my shoulder's completely tore apart here now, and I got to go for surgery. All this big muscle here in the front of our shoulders, where it all comes together and goes out and ties into your arm, so your arm can function. After doing physical therapy twice a week for a year and a half, I've finally got that muscle. I got it completely tore off the bone, so I got to go in and surgeon's going to go in and some fender washers and pop rivets and stretch the muscle back out there and try and do some reattachment. So, uh, random rants. A few people run thumb throttle. I would actually put a wrist throttle on a quad. Yeah. Or yeah, there's another one. Quads. They run a thumb throttle on them, don't they? Yeah. Never really thought of it, my friend. All right, Aaron. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for your time and coming and enjoying some live by the 45. And uh, as always, put some more put some more motorcycle miles on for me. Get lost on the way home, and it's the best way. All right, Aaron. Cheers, brother. Thanks for joining in and sharing the live with us. Cheers, buddy. If you're new, just checking into the live, welcome in to some live by the 45. We're in just doing some more awesome motorcycle life chit chatting beside the old 45. I don't know if you guys, if you're new in here, been on my channel, will do, brother. Thanks, Aaron. Peace, buddy. Thank you kindly. And yeah, one of these days we will cross paths on the highway. No doubt in my mind. Cheers, man. Have a good night. All right, on. All right. Anybody new in here? Drop a comment in here. What kind of motorcycle you're riding and where you're from. Don't be scared to join in and share the live. Random rants. I've had Katie on a '03 KTM 525 EXC since new, and got a new cane, an '03 KTM 950 Adventure that came with Super Duke trims as well. Cool. You're an adventure bike man. That's awesome. Random rants. That's not my style of riding, but they certainly are an awesome, cool motorcycle, and they the places you can go with them, endless. Uh, Everybody loves beer gut garbage. Oh my god. uh, the the handles, the YouTube handles are hilarious. Everybody loves beer gut garbage. Oh my god. Hilarious, my friend. Oh, my panhead, it's still, well, the engine's put together, heads are torqued on, the engine's put together, and and but it's still not back in the frame yet. And unfortunately, after that stupid distracted driver and rear-ended me in New Mexico and tearing his shoulder apart, I just found out last week I got to go and get this big muscle in the front of her shoulder where it goes into her arm. I got it completely detached off my arm, so I got to go for surgery here mid-June. So there won't be no motorcycle miles this year, unfortunately. But so yeah, the panhead is still parked in the same place. The frame and the parts are in the basement, and the engine and transmission are in South Dakota at the engine builders. So uh, Harley 340 Hughes 6. 70 years had to give up. 70 years old, had to give up my Road King and Sportster to my son. I miss it. Oh, my friend, I'm sorry to hear that you had to give up your motorcycles, my friend. But yeah, I guess that time comes and happens, right? So uh, you're welcome into my life here. You probably know better than me what this is. The old 1943 45-inch WLC Flathead. Pretty awesome, cool little motorcycle. I found it as a bare frame and basket cases of parts, and I built her into my little chopper. I put a 6 over stock length Springer front end on it, and as I'm sure you know, the old 45-inch Flathead got 3-speed transmission, kickstart. Yeah, awesome, fun little motorcycle, my friend. If I'm not sure, whatever, if you've seen on my channel, I've got I've got a few build videos and photos and stuff on my channel. If you're interested in watching, actually the 43. I've created a playlist on there, 1943 Flathead. That a bunch of the videos are in. If you're interested, Kane and I threw ourselves down the road just before Christmas, and broken ribs, mild concussion, and 5 days in the hospital. My fault. My ribs still sore, but I have started riding cane on the road again. Oh man, sorry to hear that you had a wipeout, my friend, and that your ribs are still sore. Ouch. That's some long-lasting owies. Yeah, you're welcome, my friend. Harley 304. You're welcome, my friend. And yeah, that's that's pretty much all I do on these lives here is just sit around the garage, and because I'm all banged up, I'm waiting to get surgery on my shoulder here, so I can't ride my motorcycle. I dislocated my shoulder, and got the muscle that goes down my arm. I got that all tore off my arm, and it's all buggered up. So I'm booked in for surgery in June. So this is my motorcycle time here, out here doing these live streams on YouTube, sharing our motorcycle passion together. So we're coming to you live beside the 45. uh, Katie is pissed with me because I haven't ridden her off road again yet. And she wasn't even the one that tried to kill me. Oh boy. Well, I hope you're I hope you're safe now, man. I hope you get better soon, brother. Thank you kindly, Random Rants. Yeah, and Harley 304. Thanks, my friend. Much appreciated. And yeah, it's the the accident is all due to some idiot distracted driver more concerned about looking at the telephone than out the windshield of a Dodge Ram pickup and rammed into the back end of me on the highway. And yeah, she's been a long, tough process so far getting over it. So, uh, random rants. Is that the same motor as in the Walla? Voila. This is voila. I'm not sure what you mean, my friend. What is a voila? This is a this is an original 1943 WLC 45-inch flathead. So the Harley Davidson, they built the 45-inch flatheads for the American military, and they serial numbered them at WLA. And then they also built the same motorcycle, same engine for the uh, Canadian military, and they give them a WLC serial number. So, from what I know of them, same frame, engine, transmission, wartime service brute is what they were. Yes, that's correct. World War II military Harley. That's, like I said, the WLA. That's American military, and WLC was Canadian military. So there was there wasn't all that many differences between the one to the other. Some of the fit and finish, but frame, engine, transmission, all that stuff was all identical between both the Canadian and American. So cool. All right, my friends. I think I'm going to sign off for the evening. Random rants. Or did you have something else you wanted to tell me there, my friend, before I pack her in for the evening? I got in a couple of hours of motorcycle conversation, and I love your conversation there, random rants. Your whatever happened that first comment there. Sorry about that. If I didn't, whatever, it's not in the comment string there. So you're welcome back anytime. Come and share some motorcycle stories, and same as I tell everybody, if you're out on your motorcycles tomorrow, put a few miles in for cactus because I can't. So much appreciated, my friend. Yeah, that's them. I'm Australia. We call them a walla. There's a rumor that there was a heap of them buried after war. Yes, I've heard that same story. They buried piles of them, and there was crates of them got dumped in the ocean, and yeah, all kinds of all kinds of stories like that. Well, that's really cool, my friend. That what part of Australia are you from? And um, I met a guy and been chatting with him on Facebook. He calls himself Moose Fry, and he's got an old 45-inch flathead over there in Australia. So, no, that's awesome, cool, man. It amazes me how with the click of a button and 3 seconds you can communicate with people from all over the world. It's absolutely amazing. And yeah, I got a couple other friends on here that they join in from. One's from south coast of Australia, and another chap from down in Sydney. They uh, they join in for some live by the 45 too. That's funny you to hear you guys call them wallas. This is a walla, my walla. Fun stuff. Jeeps were driven off the dock in Cairns. I'm in the far north, Queensland, Australia. Nice. Um, so in the far north of Australia, what's do you get winter there? Or what's your winter like? Or what's your coldest temperature get to? I I'm from Saskatchewan, Canada, so uh, when it comes to winter time, there's no motorcycle season because it can get down to 30 and 35 below for 2 months straight, and the wind blowing, and yeah, pretty nasty old man cold winters. So I hope you don't have to put up with that, my friend. Jeeps are There has to be one positive to the cesspool. That is YouTube. Oh, why? Why you say that? What is there? Is there more garbage on here than what you like to admit or what you watch, my friend? I that's what. To be honest with you, that's why I do everything on my channel. I don't know if you've been through my channel watching my videos, but every one of my videos is it's all the same as this live is. It is other than my videos. I've got several videos of my other old motorcycles on there too, but they're all filmed with a positive, happy motorcycle freedom in the wind. That's what it's all about to me, my friend. So I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, you're you're welcome back anytime. And actually, yeah, come back because I'm gonna I'm, I've got a big map, or I'm getting a big map. I'm gonna hang on the wall, and uh, when you call back, I'm gonna stick a pin in the map of where your home is, where your hometown is on the map there, my friend. And yeah, it's so cool how like I said, the click of a button, and in 3 seconds you can connect with people all over the world. Uh, have you not watched YouTube at all, bro? Uh, very little. I spend very little on my YouTube channel, and I've filtered it extremely hard so that for the most part, all I ever get on my channel is motorcycles. So yeah, I don't. For the most part, I don't watch social media. I was never a social media guy, and actually, if you go on my channel and you see my videos and you think, geez, this guy made a mess of making this motorcycle channel. It's because I made a motorcycle channel when I wasn't a social media guy. I didn't, nothing's edited, nothing's, it's just like this live is me. And that's why all my videos, when I first started my channel, I didn't know there was a difference between a long or a short. So that's why all of my, or most of my footage is all shot in the vertical screen because I didn't know there was a difference. So me and my motorcycles, that's what it is to me. And so I built my YouTube channel, is what it is. And so yeah, I watch very little of it. And I've got it filtered so hard that that's for the most part, that's, well, if there isn't a motorcycle in the screen, I don't open it. Put it that way. So in that aspect of it, yeah, I can tell you, no, I don't watch social media. If there isn't a motorcycle on the screen or on the picture or whatever, I don't click on it. It's that simple. So she's that's the only reason I'm social media. is motorcycles. And whatever. I just happen to ride a bunch of old ones, and that's all. That's mostly what's on my channel is my 43 53. There's a few videos of my 63, but most of it's 43 53 and 82. There's a few videos on there of my 63, and then there's a couple of videos on there that my 92 and 2000 are in there too, but no, that's about it, my friend. And yeah, so as far as the cesspool, no, the social media, I don't watch it. It snows down south. It did snow once in a town near me in the 1950s. Well, you gotta love that. That so you ride your motorcycle year round there then. That's absolutely awesome. I love it. Uh, my problem is I'm too inquisitive. Well, I can't help you out with that, my friend. Other than if you go on my channel and scroll through, I've created a bunch of playlists as per motorcycle. So there's a 43, 53, 63, 82, and those are the main playlists that I've created so far. And then there's a playlist on there of just some kickstart clips of just a bunch of short kickstarts of my different bikes, and then there's another playlist of road trip stuff. There's just kind of some random road trip videos in there, but um, we do have a wet season that can hamper riding, especially in the bush. Oh yeah, you get in the mud. But so when you say wet season, like, does that is that just monsoon for a couple hours of the day kind of thing, or is that it settles in and rains for days on end? All right. Anybody else in here dropped into the live to share where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride? Uh, Random rants. Yeah. I drop in the next day or so and we'll stick a pin in the map of your hometown. I've I'm, I'm quite amazed how many there's lots of you Australian blokes there that ride motorcycles. Like I said, there's I've had several of you guys stop in and say hi for some live chit chat. And oh, there we go. Welcome in, Walter Built 74, Seattle, Washington. Peterbilt 389 with a cat. Oh, right on, my friend. Welcome in. And are you a motorcycle man too? By your comment there, I'm assuming you're a truck driver. So there's lots of truck drivers that are big time motorcycle men too. So yeah, welcome in, my friend. Just coming to you live beside the 45. So up in the up in the beautiful Washington state. Awesome, beautiful country. Been through there several times. Actually, the last time I was through there was um, 2017. Rode down there. I got a good buddy of mine lives in Federal Way, and so I rode down there to his house, and the next day we rolled out of there, and uh, him and three of his buddies, and we rode down the Pacific Coast Highway right to San Diego. So yeah, it's beautiful, Beautiful, awesome two-laner highways over there along the coast. Uh, who else we got here? Oh, random rants. Katie and I got completely washed off the causeway once. A few months earlier, a teenager drowned after getting washed off one on his bike. Oh, so in the rain season, you got them big flash floods that come through and catch you at the if you're not expecting it. Google images of our wet season, bro. Check out our Northern Territory in particular. Cool. All right. So just punch in the Google Northern Territory Google images or a wet season. Just punch that in the Google button. Nancy JKJ2KY. Well, welcome in, Nancy, for some live beside the 45. Can you tell me the difference between a pan and a knucklehead? Yeah, they're the knucklehead engine come out in 1936, and the last year of them was 1947. In 1948, they come out with the panhead, and they built the panhead until 1965. And they different style of heads and rocker boxes. That's how all the old Harley engines got their nicknames from was the style of the rocker boxes. If you but that's the years that they come out, and then if you punch in your Google button a knucklehead engine and just look along the top side of the engine, and they got the name. It looks like looks like a fist within the two big bolt heads on the side of the rocker box right on top of the engine. And then on the pan head, if you look on them, well, I don't have a knuckleheader. I'd tell you to go look on my channel for a knucklehead. But if you go on my channel and look up my old rusty pan head, a 1953 pan head, and just have a look at pay attention to the rocker boxes right on top of the engine. They look like a set of cake pans or bread pans or whatever you want to. And so that's where they got the nickname the panhead. So how about yourself, Nancy? Do you ride a motorcycle too? Uh, Random rants. I stopped the driver from running over a 4-meter crocodile on the highway in the territory during the wet up there. The water laps at the side of the road, sometimes over. We do have flash floods, but water stays up a bit and the rocks are a bit slippery and away you go. Oh yeah. So so when you get your wet season there, how long does it last you? Sporty. Thanks. You're welcome. Absolutely. That's what this channel is all about, Nancy. Just old motorcycles and helping and sharing everyone's passion for their motorcycle and what you ride and where you ride and just good times, fun motorcycle conversation. That's why I do these lives, because unfortunately I got rear-ended and dislocated my shoulder, so I can't ride. I'm booked in for surgery here in June to get my shoulder sewed back together. So yeah, you're welcome to drop in and join in the live if you please. Random rants, 1 to 6 months. Oh yeah, wow. So It varies year by year, kind of just like Canada when winter comes. Some years you don't get hardly any snow, and some years you get pretty good sized dumps of snow. So you never know what's coming until you look out the window in the morning. So yeah. Okay, my friends, I'm gonna cash her in for the evening here, and y'all are welcome back in the morning. We'll come back and have some morning coffee by the 45 and some more awesome motorcycle conversation. Ouch, my dad rode Harleys and Indians. Oh, that's cool, Nancy. Yeah, thank you kindly. Yeah, uh, unfortunately, somebody, we all see it and we all know it. Some distracted driver hit me on the highway on a Dodge Ram pickup doing 80 mile an hour, and I somewhere in the flight between somewhere in between the flight of leaving the seat and making the exit between the handlebars, and I'm guessing it was the landing on the pavement after the 88-yard tumble down the highway, dislocating my shoulder, and yeah, it was well, it's still pretty nasty getting over, because after doing physical therapy for twice a week over a year and a half, and then find out that now I got to go get surgery done is pretty disheartening. But that's why I started doing these lives, and all of you that are riding your motorcycles, when you're out there, you got to put a couple miles on for cactus, because this is my motorcycle season, sitting here uh, hoping that you'll go ride some miles for me. But yeah. Oh boy, I bet you wish, Nancy, I bet you wish you still had your dad's old Harleys and Indians. Do you know what years they were, by chance? Random rant, but it has changed. It used to, but now the wet season during your winter. But now it's wet from November till June, with a dry week in the middle. I don't believe in God, but if you do, he was looking after you that day. I might never have met you. You absolutely got that right. The 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 angels, the good Lord's angels, give me a relatively soft landing after tumbling down the highway, doing the Humpty Dumpty, 88 yards. I there's it's not only my shoulder, but I ended up in the I think when I went between the handlebars, I think I probably caught the top of the riser. I don't know for sure, but my tent was all tore to shreds. I had to my I always tie my tent on there, and it was all tore to shreds. And the headlight bucket, it was laying right down forward on top of my fork bag. So that's where I get the idea, or the thoughts, that I went between the handlebars. And well, all three of these were fairly deep, and somewhere in here I wound up whatever, either off the pavement, out of the ambulance or the emergency room or hotel bed, wherever, somewhere. I ended up with an infection in here, and about the when well, I went to the hospital, and my leg got about that big around. I don't know how how my skin didn't split open. I ended up in the hospital for 11 days with They 24 hours a day getting three different kinds of antibiotics pumped into me. And for the first, whatever it was, 4 or 5 days, my leg was getting worse. And so the doctor figures I had an allergy to one of the antibiotics they were pumping into me. And um, when the doctor comes in with a purple pen and starts outlining red circles or outlining purple where the red marks are growing so that they can measure to see if they're growing, it's getting pretty serious. So, yeah, that 11 days in the hospital was no fun task. And then as well, my whole torso took the force of the impact. And I was 3 months. My sweetheart, she had to give me a hand to get up off a chair or up out of bed. My whole torso was a bruise. Just, yeah, I'm amazed. I'm so lucky and amazed that I walked away from it. So lucky. But okay, I better stop talking here and get back into the comments here. I'm getting behind. uh, where are we? Okay, Nancy, sporty, thanks. Oh, here we go. We're back into the rain. Uh, hang on, I went too far back here. Uh, but God, Nancy, have a good night. Hope to catch you again. Wish you all the best. Thank you kindly, Nancy. Uh, boy, do I everything before 1954. Oh, yeah, no doubt, for sure. All right, Nancy. Yeah, you're welcome back anytime. I don't really have a set time that I've been doing these lives, but whatever, 5, 6 a.m. come in, and like I said, this is my motorcycle season, so I'm counting on you to put on some miles for me when you're out on your motorcycle, and yeah, make a mile for me when you get out there. Or if you ride to work, you ride to work and I'll ride home. That way, on the way home, I get lost. And that way, you get the grumpy ride where you got to go to work. I'm on the way home, so I get the good ride. Cheers. Thanks for dropping in, Nancy. Uh, Random rants. Is that the new trend in plastic surgery, bro? Tennis ball knee. Yeah. Unfortunately, it seems to be what mine is. Yeah, it's the it's not a fun experience getting hit by a pickup truck doing 80 miles an hour. Um, if you need to go, just tell me. Shut up, bro. Oh, I love the conversation, man, and the motorcycle people and on the other side of the planet. I love it. Like I said, when I once I get my big map and hanging on the wall, you got to come back in here and we'll put a pin. I've had so many. This is only I think the 10th time I've done a live here, and I think there's been a guy in here from Perth, the South Coast, Sydney. Um, and then it seems to me you're the second guy from up in the north, the Queensland area. So yeah, get a. I thought it'd be fun, and well, and I've had guys here from Slovakia and Italy and Germany and Scotland and Ireland and Holland and oh yeah, pretty well every state in the U.S. It's so cool. Uh, you get free health care, hey? We do. Fuck America in that regard. Well, it's I don't know. Everybody everybody seems to think it's free, but when you see the amount of income tax that comes off of the paycheck, there ain't nothing free about living in Canada. The the amount of taxes come off the check is gross, disgustingly gross. So, uh, Mitchell Ellis, welcome in, my friend. Welcome into the live beside the 45. Awesome, my friend. Uh, Allergic to Levaquin and Floxin. I get to where I can see and then talk with both the devil and Scooby Doo. Uh, Allergic to Levaquin and Floxin. Is that a antibiotic that you're talking about? I don't quite understand, my friend. Uh, they wanted me to stay longer in the hospital, but I had to get out of there. They were driving me crazy in that place. My mom came to look after me for a week. Then I was in a world of trouble. Uh-oh, for another 2 weeks. Yeah, yeah, you know all about it. The ouch, it hurts, man. It hurts. Still does. Not only not only it hurts my shoulder, but it hurts my feeling because I can't ride my motorcycle too, my friend. So, but we're still alive and kicking. So, yeah. Continuous fucking owies are the good ones. Nancy, I'm in California. Did 3 weeks in ICU myself. Kissed the mountain. Drivers don't watch out for riders. Oh my God, Nancy. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh my God. Are you obviously you're back healed up. I'm assuming by your comment there that that's an older accident. And yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. And hopefully you're all healed up and good to go. I'm assuming by your comment you're back out on your motorcycle anyways, and the yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you got smashed up too. And yeah, mine's completely distracted driver. I was out on the 4 lane highway, straight, flat, daylight, dry, low volume of traffic, and plowed right straight into the back of me. There's actually a I got a video posted on my channel of the accident scene, and what it's under 2 minutes or whatever, of one of the guys that stopped at the accident scene. I give him my phone and I unlocked it and turned the video on. And I asked this guy, I said, take a video, walk back down the pavement to where you can see where skid marks start, and then turn around and count how many yards back to me. And when he get there's not much. He doesn't talk in the video. He's just walking down to the end until he gets to where the skid marks start, and then he's got this big deep sigh of grief of oh, and then when he counts his way back to where I'm laying on the pavement, as he gets by, he kind of pans over to the white Dodge pickup that run into me, and you can't see it very good, but my old motorcycle's laying down the bottom of the ditch on its side, and so yeah, nasty, stupid, distracted driving. It's horrible. Uh, so yeah, Nancy, I hope you're all healed up and good from your mishap too. Uh, Paul Oman. Sorry if I mispronounce your name there, my friend. Not a big bike guy. What model bike is that? It's I'll go around the other side. It's a little easier to see this. So I built it into kind of my own little chopper. I uh, I found it and bought it as a complete basket case. The frame was bare, and the rest of it was in boxes and bits and bits and boxes of parts and pieces. And so this is an original 1943 WLC 45-inch Harley Davidson Flathead. So this bike was built for the military. So uh, it for the U.S. military, they serial numbered them WLA, and then for the Canadian military, they serial numbered them WLC. So this one here, um, by no means is original. The frame and the engine, and transmission are original, but the rest of it being out of a basket case is I just put it together to. I didn't want to build it into original. Like I put an overstock length Springer front end on it. It's 6 inches overstock length, and then I don't know if you've been on my channel or not, but I got three of my old motorcycles with some custom built handlebars on that I build myself, and just to do some one of a kind built by myself stuff with them. So yeah, fun stuff, Paul. Nancy, fine now. 6 years ago, got banged up pretty good. Some lasting stuff, but hey, can't keep us down, right? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. And it's just mine's unfortunate with this unfortunate with this silly shoulder. It's this big muscle that we have in here. I know what it does now. Where this big muscle, it all comes together and comes out and ties into here. If you don't have that muscle, you can't lift your arm. And that's where I am with my arm straight out in front of me. That's about as far as that's about as far as I can lift my arm. Because all the all the muscles that are working to lift it that high function. But then this big one here in the front, it's all damaged and tore off the bone. It's supposed to take over and carry on, keep doing the rest of the work. So I understand what you're talking about, Nancy. So well, it's good to hear that you're back good and mobile, anyways. Um, Back to random rants. Is that tank clear coated or evolving patina? Yeah, it's evolving patina, my friend. So is the frame. The frame is that's all Mother Nature's paint. Yeah, and then same thing. The tank. Well, uh, the tanks they were they're brand new repops, but they were all bare shiny tin, and so just uh, the summer of 2024 before I got hit was the first time. So there's a little delay by a couple of years of the Mother Nature's paint coming to life on her. But yeah, no, there's no paint on them. If you go on my channel and look up that my 1953 panhead chopper, it's the same way. I got no paint on it either, and it's well, it's been out in the rain now, on and off for since 2018. So yeah, they get a pretty cool color, and that's they the awesome part about it. You go out in the morning after there's been a little sprinkle of rain, and it changes the look of the color of them, and then when they dry, Yeah. It's awesome stuff. I love it. Paul, didn't they have a drive shaft back during the war, World War II also? Not not the 45s. I think there was I think they come out with I was just talking to a guy the other day on Sunday, and he was we were talking about them, and they come out with a different engine than what the 45 was. But they were his version of the story of why they didn't go over very well was they were too heavy, and they used to parachute them out. So they'd kick a motorcycle out on a parachute and a rider out on a parachute, and when they would land on the ground, they were too heavy, and it would the spokes couldn't handle it when the bike landed, and so I guess they didn't pan out to be very well. But that one might have had a shaft drive on it. I don't know though for sure, but I don't know the history of them all that well. But probably if a guy spent some time on some hitting the Google button, the guy could find some more about them. But they might even they might have even had a horizontal opposed engine in them. I can't remember, anyways. Whatever. I don't know enough about them to be able to answer you straight. So I just I know these ones. I know these ones were awesome, successful. They were bulletproof, run forever, tough, and the little brass linkered carburetor. They There was an old chap on here the other night. He said that old linkered M88 carburetor, they were basically designed to burn whatever you could pump through or whatever would flow through it, just because of the wartime. And if it was dirty gas or clean gas, the little carburetor was designed to uh, run it through it. So uh, you missed my joke to Nancy. Did you see it, Nancy? Did you like it? Uh, where where did I miss? I didn't. You fucking. Uh, Sorry, buddy. I think I missed your joke because you were talking about uh, random rants. You're talking about your hospital stay, and then for 2 weeks, your mom come to help you. Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure. Random rants of your joke there, and then and then you went into the asking about the clear coat on the tank. Sorry, buddy, I missed you. Nancy, after surgery and therapy, you'll be back. I'll pray those angels will be with you and your lady. Thank you kindly, Nancy. I much appreciated, and that's why I started doing these lives, because there's so many awesome people that the motorcycle community. We're all we're all pretty much in it for the same thing, and enjoyment and freedom of two wheels and amazing support for one another. So much appreciated. Thank you. And same to you. Ride safe. And if you ride to work in the morning, you got to ride to work, but I'm riding on the way home. Just remember that. Because you're the one that's got to go to work, but I'm going to get lost on the way home for the motorcycle miles that you're putting on for me. I love it. What else have we got here? Random rants. Invisible evolving patina. Snapped the frame on my old Yamaha TT 600. No injuries, just cracked engine case. Ouch. How did you manage that, my friend? Did you hit a big pothole on the highway, or were you hot rodding, or what happened? Went back to catch it. Well, my condolences. Yeah, okay. uh, they started the Harley craze because there were so many around after the war. Yeah, they're well, they are. They're. I mean, they're not big horsepower or fast or anything, but I guess there are companies that the old Flathead style racing has really revived and come back to life, and so there's guys building stroker uh, cranks and rods for them, so they can build a way bigger engines out of them to make more horsepower. But these old 45s, yeah, no, they're pretty slow. 18 horsepower. Uh, Guessing amount and two above the tank one. Glad to put a smile on your face, Nancy. Cool. All right, you guys. Well, I, I said this, I don't know, half an hour ago. That I was gonna, but I love you guys' conversation, and yeah, whatever, Nancy. I'm getting a great big wall map here that means I'm gonna be in the garage doing. This is my motorcycle lives. I'm getting a great big map and a bunch of pins. So anybody that comes on, if you want to tell me where you're from, we'll get up and we'll stick a pin in the map and see how much we get the map covered in in whatever the timeline is, and in a sling. So so far it's pretty amazing. And I think this is the 10th live session that I've done, and oh my gosh, there's probably five guys from Australia, Italy, Slovakia, Germany, Holland, Finland, Scotland, Ireland. Yeah, it's pretty amazing how with the click of a button in 3 seconds you can connect with awesome motorcycle folks from around the planet. Yeah. So, but yeah. All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna pack her in for the night here, and if you got time, um, if you got time in the morning, stop by for some morning coffee live beside the 45, and we'll carry on the conversation. And well, yeah, like I said, when I get a big map, everybody that comes into my live here, you're more than welcome to tell me where you're from, and we'll put a pin in the map and see if we can cover Cactus's map uh, all over from every country in the world. I just thought that'd be fun. Actually, there was the other night, there was a young fella from China come in here on the live too. So YouTube and its amazing technology is incredible. So anyways, okay, you guys, peace, cheers, have a good night, and stop by for some morning live by the 45 coffee in the morning. I'm peace out and ciao for this evening. Thanks for the chats, you guys, and all the awesome support. And hey, whoops, that's the motorcycle world. Everybody, we all have the same passion. So, okay, you guys, good night, and have an awesome day. evening, night, whatever part of the planet you're from.